everybody, how's it going? It's Jamie the Crafty DIY Guy. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are doing some 70s inspired DIYs. Everything that I'm doing kind of gives me like a 70s vibe and some DIYs, and it's all from a Dollar Tree, which is even better. If you are brand new to the channel, welcome, first of all. Hopefully you will consider becoming a subscriber and hanging out. If YouTube happened to recommend this video to you, then thank you, YouTube. And hopefully you'll stick around as well and become a subscriber. And of course, if you are one of my long-term subscribers, my, shorter term, longer term subscriber, whatever that middle ground is, or, you've been with me for a while, I guess that would be my long-term subscribers. Thank you. That's really what I was trying to say. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys and getting to know you. And as the channel is growing, it's great to welcome new people into the fold. So thank you again. All right, I'm rambling. Let's get into the DIY. Right, everyone, for my first totally rad DIY, we're going to be doing a wreath form. And I am taking a 2-pack of these flowers in each color here. And I'm also getting 2 of each package. So hopefully that makes sense. And then I found this totally rad ribbon and also grabbed this wreath form from Dollar Tree. That's a piece form. And I was sad because I wanted 2, but I only found 1. Now I'm going to take that totally rad ribbon and just feed it through that hole there. And then I'm just kind of folding it over. And I'm going to kind of line it up right down the center there. I'm going to glue the end of the ribbon to the wreath form and to the other side of the ribbon. Hopefully that's making sense there. And I'm just going to fold that down while it's a little warm. And then I'm going to take some hot glue and I am going to sprinkle hot glue all the way down the back side of the ribbon and the metal center of that wreath form there. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm actually going to take the ribbon and I am just going to flip it back over that and completely cover that. That way I know that that ribbon is going to stay in place. The fabric kind of with glue on either side of the metal center there will help hold it in place. So it's a strategic move. You could certainly just try it on one side if you wanted to as well. Totally up to you. And then I'm going to repeat the process and go across the other centerpieces of the piece form itself. So hopefully that made sense. So once I had the center covered, as you can see, it looks really, really cool. I'm just going to take these flowers. Now, these are the ones that have these little clips on them. And what's great about those clips is that you can literally just clip them onto the wreath form itself. And all I'm going to do is alternate the colors. As I mentioned, I bought 2 packages of each color. So I have 4 of each color. And that is just enough to go completely around the wreath form. I actually did have 2 flowers that were left over when I went all the way around. But if you just kind of scrunched them up maybe a little bit more than I did here, you'll be able to use them all on your wreath form. So either way is totally cool. I think that this would also look really, really good if you were to just use like sunflowers. But I like these clips. I like the color of them, and I think they complement the ribbon really well. So again, just working my way all the way around until you've got a completely covered wreath form, which you really could stop at this, but I want to do something to kind of cover up that centerpiece. So I'm going to show you a couple different options that I decided on. So basically I had 2 options. I had this box that I picked up at Family Dollar, and I knew that I could just pluck the peace sign off of the front of it and thought that that would look really cute. And then I thought maybe it would be just a little bit too small. I don't know. And the more I looked at it, I thought, maybe I could try something else. So I remembered that I did have one of these love signs that were left over from Valentine's Day. And I decided to go ahead and paint that a bright yellow color. After I painted it, though, I wasn't really into it as much as I thought. So I went ahead and painted the peace sign and then ultimately went with that one. As you can see here, I just used that same exact yellow paint and came up with a great DIY. I really love the way that this looks. And I think that you will agree, it is totally rad. And now for that yellow love sign, since I did have that and it was already painted, I thought that I could really make this into something cute. Guess what, folks? I did not paint the back of it. Shocker, I know. If you want to paint the back of it, by all means, please go for it. For me, it was not that big of a deal. I did take the leftover psychedelic ribbon that I had, and I'm just going to go ahead and tie it onto those sign hangers, or that hook thing that's on the back there. And then I'm just going to trim down the ribbon. That way I have something to hang this on the door with. And then I had one of those same flowers that were left over from the previous wreath. And I thought, why not make that center of the O into more of an O shape by using the flower? And I really love the way that this one looks as well. I don't have 2 front doors, so I'm probably going to end up giving one of these to a friend of mine. But again, I think it's totally rad. I'm really, really happy with this one too. And for this last DIY, I have one of these round mirrors. This is the larger of the 2 round mirrors that you can get at Dollar Tree. Then I had this steering wheel cover that kind of has this really cool tie-dye effect to it that I've had for a while. And I thought, why not see if it would fit around the mirror itself? So I'm going to go ahead and remove all the plastic and everything. And then as you will see, this stretches perfectly around the mirror. And so what I'm going to do actually is go ahead and just pop the tabs off of the back of this particular mirror. Now, with this mirror, unlike the smaller one, these tabs actually do break. There's no flexibility in them. I've not successfully removed a mirror without breaking those tabs yet. But they do pop kind of easily. I'm just kind of using my hands here. You could use a screwdriver if you needed to. And I'm going to carefully just put that mirror aside. And then as you will see, that steering wheel cover really does stretch perfectly around the frame itself. Now, I'm kind of playing around with the actual steering wheel cover, trying to figure out the best way, moving it around, manipulating it around. But what I thought was the best was for me to actually glue this steering wheel cover down to the frame, as close to the edge of the frame as I could on the one side. That way I could still put the mirror on the back side and really just put the mirror back into place. With some hot glue, you'll be able to do that with no problem at all. So don't worry about that part there. So as you can see here now, I'm just kind of working my way around with the glue and with the steering wheel cover itself. And all I'm doing is literally adding a little bit of glue and then holding that steering wheel cover in place. That way it really does connect as close to that edge as possible. The goal is not to really see any of that edge at all. And again, just kind of working in small segments until I'm completely all the way around the mirror. And then as I am finishing up here, all I have to do is take the mirror frame rather, flip it upside down, kind of stretch that steering wheel cover on the back side of it, kind of away from it, and then just simply glue the mirror back in. That was all I had to do. Now with this one, I thought it needed maybe a little bit something. I don't know. I probably should have left it with the without the flowers, but I decided to go ahead and add some flowers, just kind of keeping with the whole flower power theme that we've got going on here. And I don't know, I think it still turned out pretty cute. I think it could have been cute even if I would have just left it alone, not added the flowers, or maybe if I could have found some really cool wood pieces that were like peace signs or flower signs or even smiley faces or something like that. Patches would have been really cute on this. But again, I think this is a super cute DIY and fits really good within the theme today. What do you guys think?